Today, Glitch posted a new most recent teaser for the second episode of the amazing digital circus. And yes, there probably won't be any more of these until the second episode is released. In the post, they reminded us that the release of the second episode will take place as early as this Friday. You can also easily spot a few unusual details in the new teaser. In addition, Gooseworks made an extremely interesting Twitter post on the same day as the teaser and gave a hint about the content of many future episodes. By the way, somewhere in the video I've hidden a photo of Kinger, and anyone who finds it will get one interesting theory in the comments. And we'd like to start with a new teaser from Glitch. In the picture, we can notice a huge flying cane in Candy Canyon. Next to his hands is a large gumball dispenser. In the background, we see Pomni standing on the ground talking to Gummy Goo, who is nearby. You can find a real bunch of weird, unusual details in this teaser if you look closely. Gangle and Kinger are inside a vending machine. Gangle looks really scared. I think the characters in the teasers look surprised and scared all the time, not only because the setting is so strange, but also because Kane makes them move between places very quickly. But we'll come back to that a little later in the video. If we look at Kinger's eyes, we see that he's looking straight down at the bottom of the machine. Perhaps his attention was just caught by the large amount of gum. But I think there may be something at the bottom in this scene. We've seen in other teasers that at this point in Candy Canyon with the three characters shown, Ragatha and Jax are also present. The thought came to me that Ragatha and Jax could be in the same machine at the bottom, underneath Gangle and Kinger. Now, let's talk about Pomni. She's standing at the bottom next to Gummy Goo, and it looks like they're talking about something. The crocodiles look too intelligent to just attack the hero's truck without explanation. I think there's going to be some conflict between the main characters and the crocodiles. I mentioned in the trailer breakdown that Princess Lulalalu gives our heroes a key. My first theory is that the crocodiles won't initially antagonize the main characters, but will attack them because they want a reward from Lulalalu. The crocodiles are after that very key for some reason. Let's take a closer look at Gummy Goo. His waist-deep body is in something that looks like a candy bar. And if we look at the background, we can see that the tile abruptly breaks off. I'm pretty sure Kane materialized the candy bar literally just now, in front of the characters. That explains their confusion well. Of course, the entire digital circus is something like a matrix inside a computer. In the comments on Twitter, many users have pointed out that it looks like Gummy Goo is stuck in the game's textures. But I think the digital circus promotion team specifically selected this particular shot to lead us to such thoughts. It's more likely that Kane just moved everyone up in the air higher from Earth to show Candy Canyon from up high. And he took Pomni's location into account when he materialized the candy platform. So that's why it's there. What Kane didn't know was that Gummy Goo was nearby. That's why Gummy Goo is trapped in the middle of the newly created platform. Let's break it down with you. When does the scene shown in this teaser even take place? If we look at the position of the sky, we realize that the sun is still just rising. So this takes place in the morning, at the beginning of the series, when the characters first arrive at Candy Canyon. We've been shown similar scenes several times in teasers before. I'm talking about the teaser where we could also see a giant cane. There he took all the characters in his hat and also showed them Candy Canyon. Both of these scenes got me thinking. The characters probably look so scared, because it wasn't Kane who got huge, he just made everyone else smaller. Which is why the candy in the background, which is mostly normal-sized in Candy Canyon, looks so huge. I'd also like to remind you of the teaser, where Kane is normal-sized. In it, the characters are engulfed in flames coming from a highly flammable candle on a cake. In the Candy Canyon teaser, it's still very early morning. The sun hasn't even risen. In all three of these teasers, you can infer from the view in the sky that these scenes will take place in the morning, which means that all of these scenes are chronologically at the beginning of the episode. It turns out that when Kane brings the characters to Candy Canyon, he'll want to brag about his labor so that the characters appreciate his work and effort. And Kane will very much rush the characters into exploring the new place. Kane is able to move faster than anyone else due to his unlimited flight. The fastest way to show Candy Canyon to the main characters would be to shrink them down and put them in a hat to fly around in with Kane. But why did Gangle and Kinger end up inside the machine? It's no secret that Kane can appear anywhere and anytime. In Tumblr, Gooseworks specified that Kane is capable of appearing in the heroes' rooms as well, frequently enough to be a constant threat to their personal affairs. Also on Tumblr, Gooseworks was asked why Kane shows up out of nowhere and torments the others with it. The answer was short and clear. Kane is insane. It looks like Kane will spend more time with the main characters at the beginning of episode 2 than he did in the pilot. And during that time, he's going to move everyone around very quickly and put them in awkward positions. He seems to do this just for his own amusement. He's programmed to fill the digital circus with different events, and he does it that way. A few more interesting posts have appeared on the Gooseworks Twitter account. Prior to this, Gooseworks received many questions about whether or not digital circus would still be appropriate for young children. To avoid giving spoilers, the creator answered vaguely and ambiguously. She suggested that everyone should decide for themselves regarding the appropriateness of viewing for children when we have already watched all the new episodes ourselves. The other day, Gooseworks decided to give a full list of warnings about the show going forward. The following will appear in future episodes: uncritical sexual insertions, censored swearing, references to hell, references to suicide, cartoon violence, uncritical realistic violence, views of dead bodies, use of firearms, uncritical scenes showing alcohol and drug use, dark themes, and jacks. Some of the details on this list were known to us before, such as scenes showing violence, decomposing corpses, profanity, and firearms. Some of the news is brand new. In the series will appear allusions and discourse on the theme of hell, suicide attempts, as well as alcohol and drugs. And at the end of that list, Gooseworks brings in jacks. What we do know is that the most likely second episode will focus on jacks. Also in the Tumblr, Gooseworks let us know that we will soon learn more about Jax, the reasons for his cruelty to others, and his real character. I'm sure Jax's name was put at the end of this list for a reason. Some of the drawings of Jax published by Gooseworks let us know that we will be shown Jax depressed. People in that position often struggle with addiction. In my opinion, we will be shown in the second or third episode how Jax will try to cope with depression with the help of alcohol and drugs. It remains unclear exactly how alcohol and drugs will get into the digital circus. After all, Kane himself said in the pilot that the digital circus is for the whole family. How far do you think Kane will go for entertainment? What do the latest teasers show us? Where have Jax and Ragatha disappeared to? Also, write your thoughts and theories in the comments about all the latest teasers of the second episode of The Amazing Digital Circus. Remember, I'm reading all your comments, and the best ones will make it into the next video. Also, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to the channel. Good luck everyone, and bye-bye!